Romeo Charlie Sierra, traffic Kineas, 213 miles, northwest, 5,600 feet, inbound to land runway 14.
This was brutal. Failed qualification. You can land and go to the parking.
All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space here. All right. Yep. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, or wherever, or whatever time space thing, you know. Getting us back for another episode of Skydude. Number what, 54? So today I have been putting off the qualification testings. And I had done that initially because I was in pre-release and playing a pre-release version, and when I would go to do my qualifications, not every airport was there. The tests were kind of buggy. So I've been thinking, probably better get those done today. We're back in Colorado. Well, we're still in Wyoming, by the way. We didn't get paid for yesterday's job, which was kind of a drag. Pardon me a moment, I don't have chat up, but I am getting there. So yeah, pretty bummed about that. And I've the test that I'm currently doing, I've been doing tests all morning. I didn't want to, it's going to take me a long time, and these are really boring. So I honestly understand if you don't want to stick around for today's show, because this stuff is boring and it's the same thing over and over again. Really, so far I haven't discovered any difference in any of the tests. They're all pretty much the exact same. There's only one real pitfall you have to worry about. That's your landing lights. Oh, and I'll show you that in a minute. So let me get over to NEOFLY and show you what I'm doing. So to be able to get all of the jobs, okay, all of these, to get all of these unlocked, you need to be qualified in the planes. For example, I can't really get any Airbus stuff going on, any Airbus jobs. Well, one, I don't have one. It's mighty expensive. I can rent one. But I still can't fly one at the moment in NEOFLY because I haven't taken the qualifications. Here is the qualifications tab. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, H, and M for military. H for helicopters, which I haven't been able to get working, so I'm probably not going to be testing on that today. F is the 747. E is the Airbus A320. So I'd like to do that. The Beechcraft King Air, I don't really have a lot of experience with that at all. The TBM 90 in the C class, that would be nice. The Pilatus, she's a bit old. I've already qualified for the Grand Caravan. That's what I'm currently flying. And I did pretty good on that. I just finished a couple of tests here. I did the Grumman Goose. And I did the Douglas. I don't know why I'm yawning. I actually got plenty of sleep last night for the first time. And maybe that's my body freaking out. I don't know. But I'm not tired. So pardon me if you notice me that kind of yawning. I don't know what's going on with my body. I have a weird sleep schedule. So I did the Douglas DC-3 and the Grumman Goose so far. Okay. The one that's actually giving me a problem at the moment is the Beaver. And is that class A or B now? Do they consider it? I'm having a bit of a lag here. Let's go back to testing. Yeah, so it sees the Beaver as a class A. And I've tried taking it twice now, and I failed the Beaver test. I was so close. All I needed to do was a touch and go on it, and I failed. I didn't have enough power in it, or I had something configured wrong. When I came down, I touched down before the runway. And so you may have heard coming in, she failed me right away. All right, now how to do one of these. Pick the test that you want. We are already here at KECS, but here's the procedure that you do it. And a lot of people are confused by this when doing this their first time, and it gets really frustrating for people. It's not real clear, okay? So you pick the flight that you want, the training that you want, and you click this button here. Would you like to take the qualification test? You can take these as many times as you want. And since we're sitting on a ton of money, we might as well try to get these tests done. So take it. All right. Then you need to move your pilot to the testing location. In this case, it is. So they're just telling you now that you've accepted it, the plane, the DHC-2 Beaver, one is reserved for you at the test site. Okay. Then you need to come to your pilots tab, your career tab, and you need to click the location. And you need to type in where you're going to. What's the testing airport? In this case, it's KECS. You click the check. We've already moved. We're already there. But that's what you need to do. You need to move your pilot there. Once your pilot is there, you need to go to the hangar. Then you need to assign yourself to the test plane. But wait, it's not over yet. Of course not. Then you need to go to the simulator. You need to set up the proper airport, KECS, or whatever airport it is for you. You need to make sure you're picking a ground spot. So you are starting cold and dark. Always make sure whatever you selected turns green, or you will spawn in the air. Okay. And then make sure that you have the proper airplane for your test selected, including livery. Sometimes there's sticklers about livery. So you might have the wrong livery selected, and you go in and you're like, why is this thing not starting for me? Okay. Now spawn in. If we have done this correctly, as it is loading, she will be telling us, hello, follow your instruction manual to start the plane, your checklist, or whatever. So we're waiting to hear something from her as we're loading in. So far, nothing. We didn't hear anything. For whatever reason, this thing bugged and it set me up on the runway. Right? You saw that I clicked a taxi spot, but it's done this to me twice already. Go back to the main menu. Do it again and make sure you're set to a taxi spot. It's green.
First step, start your engines according to the aircraft procedure.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to hear. Okay, what she's going to do, once we start the plane, she's going to have us taxi. And once you get to taxi, even if your instructions don't include turning on the landing lights, That's what's going to get you. None of the instructions in the checklists that I have found so far in taxiing tell you to turn on your landing lights when you get there to the taxiway. You will sit on the taxiway forever waiting for the next instruction and the order to take off. It won't happen. I will show you that, and that, if you are one of the admins or moderators at NEOFLY, that's probably the question you answer all day long. Why am I sitting here and I can't take off? Is the mission bugged? Is the test bugged? It's not. Well, yes and no. All right, so doing all this, you need to go through, and if you're unfamiliar, and I don't have much experience at all with the Beaver, and follow the procedures. Probably ignition, everything's set off for right now except for the master battery switch, and that is on. Doesn't tell us to turn on the radios, but you, and I don't think talking to air traffic control helps your score in any way. I haven't seen anything. I haven't scored a gold 3 stars on any of these tests yet, and you can lose points. So if you decide you get 3 stars in one and then you take the test again and you mess it up, we'll take your stars away from you. Have fun. All right, fuel, altimeter, and you can't check your altimeter with having without, well, you can, but normally you check your altimeter with the radios. But in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can come up here to weather and click METAR, and then it'll ask you which airport that you're at. Then you'll get your readout. There are videos out there that will explain how to read this. If you're looking at this and you're like, that's Greek to me, it certainly is. That is METAR talk, right? But what I'm gleaning from it is A3015. It's the only number that seems like it would be in an altimeter. None of the other information up here seems to have anything or is similar to altimeter other than 3015. All right, so let me set that. It's hard to read. It's probably especially hard for you to see, but I'm adjusting that. 245, that's about it. And we don't have a readout on our knob that tells us exactly what we're setting it to, so you do have to eyeball it. It's probably a little much. It's usually increments of 2, 4, 6, 8, and then you're at the top. So 2, 4, that should be 5 right there. 3015. Okay. Fuel quantity. Good enough for test. Okay. Next is normal engine start. Propeller clear, all switches off, throttle a 1/2 inch open. Propeller. Decrease the RPM and increase RPM. Interesting placement here. Here's your mixture. That'll cut off carburetor heat, cold. So it's already set in the cold position. Battery switch on, it's already on. Fuel and oil emergency cutoff. That is this, and it's already in the open position. Fuel tank. Fuel selector. I've already, no, I have not. Put it up to the center tank. Okay, mixture. Full rich. I don't know what altitude we're at here. We're only at 4,000 feet. But we're up in Wyoming, and normally at higher altitudes in here, it's not full rich. You actually are really nerfing your engine and at high altitudes with a full mix. But we'll do what they want. Okay, throttle open 1/2 inch done, ignition both. Raja. This is an interesting one that's new to me. The primer right here by your left hip, down on the floor. Click it, click it, click it, and one more. There's 4 pumps on the primer stroke. It's another thing I don't know about, I've never heard of before, a wobble pump. Pump to 5 psi max. This one I don't fully understand. This knob, this lever right here, when you pull it up, it does push this needle up to 5 psi. But then it starts going down. So I don't even understand. I'll have to break out the wiki at some point, and we'll have to take a little lesson on the wobble pump. I ran into the wobble pump as well in the DC3. So I pump it, right? Put it back. That needle goes up to 5 psi, and then it comes back down. And I pumped it multiple times to see what that does. It doesn't do anything. It does the same thing over and over. So, not real sure. Earlier technology, airplane technology. Okay, throttle to 1,000 RPM. Yeah, it started. Yeah, what do we miss the start? Ah, right there. And then the propeller to increase RPM. Here's the starter. And propeller increase RPM.
Now that the engine is running, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing.
She will disqualify you so fast. And old school taxiing, like 20, 25 miles an hour, the philosophy is you can't taxi any faster than you can walk. And some of these is going to drive you mad. Okay? So I don't recall any of our procedures telling us to turn on any of our lights. Right? Now, I'm going to leave these off for right now, but I'm going to show you the problem everybody is having. In this case, we kind of have a long runway, so I'm not taxiing all the way down. At the other places that I've been, long taxiways, and you've got to go really, really, really slow. And we are heading just right out there. There's really no taxi. That away. You'd have to like cut through around those buildings, catch a taxiway over there, come out. We have enough room. We can take off from this midpoint here. All right, it's also not cheating to use technology if they put it in the plane to help you. And what I mean is they have put an autopilot in this plane. And it's going to save your bacon on these tests. Especially if you're getting old like me. And, you know, it's hard doing some of these...
Charlie Sierra traffic Kineas 21 taking off runway 14 straight out departure.
Coordinated turns. And when you're unfamiliar with the plane, getting your trim and your throttle and everything into doing a straight and level flight, unless you've had plenty of time practicing with the thing, So at some point in the tests, let me pause right there. We're still taxing. So normally we would stop right there. I would move forward. That's the point where you are supposed to stop at the threshold, and you heard Steve there call onto the ATC. But she hasn't given us any instructions. And that's right. This is it. This is the problem everybody's having. And it's because neither she, your instructor, or your checklist tell you to turn on the landing lights. And we're not landing, we're taking off. But let me turn them on and listen.
Align with the runway and take off.
That's it. Turn on your landing lights. Okay, so she's going to tell us, firstly, here's the steps of the test. You're going to go, after you take off, you need to go to 1,000 feet AGL. So take note of what you're at, right? So we're here at 4,100 feet. So we're going to be going up to 5,100 feet. All right. I'm going to go ahead and arm that now. I think that's how that works. This is an old school autopilot. So I'm right. So I'm kind of with it still. Then, okay, so she's going to tell us to get to 1,000 feet AGL. So we climb in a straight line that direction. Then she's going to tell us to do a U-turn. All right, so you're going to want to note, well, after we get onto the runway, what direction you're going. Let's get out there. That damn propeller. There's something I'm either missing with the Beaver or am not doing right that it shuts down on me. Done the fuel pump, did the wobble pump, did everything. And I'm not real sure. But that's happened to me a couple of times too. So I'm just gonna keep the throttle kind of high, I guess. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me put on the brake. Okay. So up here in the corner, you've got your compass, or you can refer to one down on your console here. But we are currently facing a heading bug. 140. Right? So, and then she's going to tell us to do a U-turn. So let me set my heading bug now. Well, first, might as well. Let's set the heading bug for 140, so when we're flying out in a straight line, we can try to get the autopilot to get us exactly up to 1,000 feet AGL and hold that heading. And then she's going to tell us to go into a U-turn. 142, 139. Okay. So then, yeah, then the U-turn. So we'll use the heading hold and the alt hold on the autopilot, and we'll swing the bug all the way back around to, what's the opposite there? Whatever the opposite is here. 30? Oh, there's 30. 340. 30. There. Okay. And then she'll tell us to do a full circle while holding altitude. And that's where I got disqualified last time, because I'm doing it, I was trying to do it manually. And again, just I'm not familiar with the plane, the little things like getting it trimmed right and getting your throttle just right, so you maintain the proper height in a coordinated turn. So more experience needed. So I'm going to use the autopilot. Okay, after you make your U-turn, she's going to tell us to go back to the airport and do a touch and go. And it's got to be soft and low power and yada 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 yada. And that's where I screwed up, came in too low and stalled out a little bit before touching the runway, so she disqualified me. All right, so here we go. Here's what a test looks like. And if we pass this, I want to try the Airbus test today. Still can't afford one. Probably even can't afford to rent one at this point. Probably not. I think it's just 13 million to rent. We're at 9. Okay. I'm already gun shy after doing those first couple of tests. Thinking maybe you should just sit back and have a cigarette first before you attempt this again. Are you in the right frame of mind? Are you okay? She's got me all jacked up. Yeah, I probably should. Plus, doing those, I'm out of coffee. So yeah, let this be a small little be right back spot. Might be happy to see that I now have proper, even though it's improperly sized, screens for. Be right back. I live stream multiple things and their screens aren't exactly the same. But I should have all these grouped now, and it should make it easy. I shouldn't have to do individual screens. And I'll be right back. It's only just a few feet away. I just need to grab a cup of coffee. Stop my body from yawning. I figured I'd better take care of some other business so that as well while I'm on a break, so we don't have any of those problems either. All right. Where is now the... That's for cover art. That's today. Testing, 1, 2, test. But we don't want that. We want this. Completely centered. So we're here and we're going to be back in a minute. We're still kind of on a little break. I'm taking a quick little short smoke break. We've been talking mostly for the first half hour about qualification testing. And we're getting ready to do one right now. And there's no way to save anything like right now. So you have to, if you mess up your test, you have to go back to the main menu. Then you have to start all of your procedures over again for the most part in you have to set up for the test again in Neofly. It won't just let you auto retake it at all. No. Dang, Christine makes the best coffee. I hope you're having a fantastic day. As you see, Mippy Meat is still only my latest subscriber. I could really use some more subscribers. I hate begging and asking for things, but I could really use your support. And he's holding steady as the most current subscriber. Not that that's bad, but I would like to see a new name up there at least once a day. That's a good goal. Like, you should have goals and let people know what your goals are. Well, changing the subscriber name, seeing your name up in lights for a day, that'd be nice. At this rate, you'll be seeing your name for days straight. Okay, we don't need this, but if you want to do it, you know, taking off kind of towards the south.
Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra traffic Kineas 21 taking off runway 14 south departure.
I wish I knew all of the things that they're testing for, other than just what she's going to tell us to do. I'm not done with my cigarette yet. Music, as always, provided by Pretzel. Pretty so far so good with Pretzel. There's been a couple of tracks that, for whatever reason, were flagged by YouTube, but they have a dispute forum, and they you link your account, and they let them know that you're a subscriber, and they try to deal with any of the problems for you. It might throw your monetization into escrow for a bit until it's resolved. I had one, though, the other day that so far, I disputed it using their forum, and the disputer disputed it again and said no. And so it's not completely foolproof at the moment. I don't know how that one's going to resolve. I disputed it again and said, hey, that's between you and them. That's not between us. Their agreement says that I can. So we'll see how that goes. I don't want to make YouTube mad. I really don't want a whole bunch of dealing with a whole bunch of copyright problems. But so far, it's been about 90% good. And I've been using it for several weeks now, live streaming hours and hours and hours of different music. And as you can see, lots of different types of stations. Normally I love this one. Normally I'm doing the country. Got some good stuff over there. What's really been impressing me lately is the rock and the classic rock channels. The music is fantastic. This is all it's commercial, but it's not stuff you're hearing on the radio, this is all new artists that they have signed, the Song Trader Company. So really, whatever you like listening to. Right now I just have it in ambiance because we're just testing and I don't want anything too distracting. I'm almost done. I better hurry or next thing I know, we'll be running out of gas. All right, I guess I'm ready. Cross your fingers. Remember, it's your landing lights or she won't tell you what to do. These are tail dragger type planes. And they're really kind of different. I really love the float version of this plane. They had it in Microsoft Flight Simulator X, and as a float plane, I just love it.
We are now in the air.
But
remember that here at NEOFLY, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 1,000 feet AGL.
Okay, so let me come over here, the autopilot, turn on the autopilot, turn on the heading hold, and this should be armed.
Denver Center Kineas 2-1 is type de Havilland 1 mile southeast of Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra 4,700 feet. Request flight following.
Okay, so you need to click Alt twice to get the vertical speed mode.
Squawk 5572.
We're holding heading and we should only be going up to 5,100 feet.
72 Kineas 2-1.
About.
Kineas 2-1 radar contact 2 miles southeast of Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra 5,000 feet. Altimeter 30.15.
So it's changed.
Roger, Kineas 2-1.
What about there? Oh, it looks like we need to go up a little bit more. She did not give us the go ahead. 5.2, 5.3. I wasn't quite there. Let's see about that.
Now do a U-turn.
Okay.
Remember to watch your bank angle.
Let me do an Alt hold there. And she wants the U-turn. So we're on heading bugs, and this is where we spin our heading bug all the way back around. It's easier to watch the one at the top of your screen. That should be it right about there. 314. That bang angle's kind of hard, but she hasn't said anything.
Now climb to 3,000 feet AGL.
So we're
maintain the same heading.
5, let's go 5.3, and like 8.3.5, 8.4. Vertical speed. Let's go 500 feet per minute. 6. Shouldn't be too steep. And we're climbing. Maybe a bit more. Thousand feet per minute. Watching the RPM or airspeed. We don't want to slow down too much. This does tell us we should be in climb mode. The flaps can be down 1 notch for climb mode. The throttle's full forward. See right there, it says climb cruise. It's slowing down, but not too fast. Well, yeah, actually kind of fast. So I'm gonna bump that back down. All right, we're kind of holding our airspeed, and it's still climbing. Good. It's going down again. Too much. .500 feet per minute. There's our airport down there. Reminds me a lot of the Caravan.
Now, fly a complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude.
Really? Only at 7.2? Okay, so we need to do a full circle. So we just use your heading knob. Start rotating it around. I don't think there's a bank limiter on the plane. I just do it a couple of degrees at a time. She seems to be doing all right. That should be it. But she hadn't said anything yet, so. Oh, my bad. That was a 180.
Now go back to the departure airport. Align with the runway and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than minus 400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
So I'm turning back to 140. And the runway was awful close. So she wants to fall over to the side. Do some aileron trim or rudder trim. She wants to fall real hard to the right. See that? That's so weird.
Your bank angle was too high.
Oh,
Failed
you're
qualification.
shitting me.
You can go land and go to the parking.
Oh. We have failed. Just that easy. I don't know what's wrong with the plane. You see what she's doing. She just wants to fall. And I let it go to see what she was going to do, and I let it go too much. And then we get a buzz warning. I mean, our nose is, it's like it's in a high up trim position. Because we constantly are getting that, and I don't know where the trim wheel is, if it has one. So yeah, that sucks. I did last time. She's slow on getting the engine spooled up. I came in with the engines not running hot enough. She's an interesting bird to fly. So, yeah. So much for that. So when you fail, go back to the main menu. You're already set up in the plane. I would get yourself set up to see. It didn't turn green. There it goes, turn green. I wouldn't put yourself in just until you fix it in Neofly. So then come back over to Neofly. Your training plane is gone. Got to come back down here again. Find your test again. Set it up again. Go back to the hangar. You're already at the airport you need to be at. Put yourself back in the plane. Then hit fly.
First step, start your engines according to the aircraft procedure.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We'll get to that in a second. We did learn some things from that last one that we can set now, or maybe not. Get my heading bug set. Got 140. Yep. We will get the autopilot. Well, I guess we had better turn the plane on first. Our pump. Wobble pump. Color mixture throttle.
Now that the engine is running, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing.
Turn on your landing lights.
Align with the runway and take off.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, if you do, it's not in the checklist to turn your landing lights on. And it's not, why it does that, I don't know. It's not in the checklist to turn your landing lights on, right? And so when you taxi and you're sitting there at the taxi wondering, well, what do I do next? That's the reason why. Am I missing a fuel pump somewhere? My meters are on. Fuel cutoff is open. We've pumped the thing. We've done the wobble pump. See, it says it's open. No, she's not starting at all. Come on. What's the deal? Oh. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be dying with the throttle completely closed and a cutoff. It's an idle. I want to test something here. See if the fuel cutoff is in any way. Yeah, okay. That's not the problem. Where are we at? We're at 3,995. Yeah, let's put it at 5. Tail draggers, man.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at NEOFLY, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 1,000 feet AGL. Your pitch angle was too high. Failed qualification. You can land and go to the parking.
What did I should have been not trying to engage it until I got higher. I don't believe it. It's going to be an expensive day. What? The pitch angle. I had it no higher than 500, but it must have been, I don't know. Son of a gun. What a drag. What a dummy. I don't already have a qualification job. If it'll let me take it again without having to repay for it, I mean, it's only...
First step, start your engines
All right,
according to the
great.
aircraft procedure.
All right, well, or I did it and I didn't see the whatever, it's one of those days. Okay, from the top. I wonder if it's the again, the mixture's not right for this altitude. I wonder if that's causing the plane to stall. We'll try that. Actually, I don't know if we need to turn that on. This darn yoke. Okay, off. Carb heat is in the right spot. Main battery on. Fuel. Magnetos to both. Fuel to center tank. Pump the primer. Do the wobble pump thing. Set the heading bug.
Now that the engine is running, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing. Align with the runway and take off.
Let me find out if it's a throttle thing. Now let's put the throttle all the way down. What are these saying? Oil pressure and fuel pressure. Oil pressure and fuel pressure now off. The lights are off. It's usually right around here for high altitude. Normally it's happening on taxi. Normally it's happening on taxi when I pull the throttle all the way back, the engine dies. Yeah, like that. So it's not a dang mixture thing. Why do you do that? That is not good.
Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra traffic Kineas 21 taking off runway 14 straight out departure.
All right, so my degrees are a little bit off, not much. My heading bug set. 133. 314 on the 314 315 on the other side. So, not gonna do anything with that just yet at all. I'm not gonna mess with it till we get up.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at NEOFLY, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 1,000 feet AGL.
Denver Center Kineas 21 is type de Havilland 1 mile southeast of Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra 4,600 feet. Request flight following.
Kineas 21 Denver Center. Squawk 0267.
Squawk 0267 Kineas 21.
Now do a U-turn. Remember to watch your bank
Kineas
angle.
21 radar contact 2 miles southeast of Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra 5,300 feet. Altimeter 30.14.
All right.
Roger, Kineas 21.
There's 315. Are we losing altitude?
Now climb to 3,000 feet AGL. Maintain the same heading.
All right. Maintain the same heading. Have a heading hold. 9,000 feet. .600 feet per minute. Put one flap down. Climb, cruise. Where's our RPM? I want to find out. The mixture here. Yeah, we're losing RPM at full mix. There's the drop. So right about there, we're getting almost maximum RPM. So yeah, definitely losing RPM. And now with that set, we could probably go up to 800 feet a minute or more. Let's try 9 and see what happens. Oh, we only need to be like 7,000. She said 3 AGL. See what she says. We haven't lost
Now,
much
fly a
airspeed.
complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude.
Altitude hold and a full circle. So, using the heading bug, I'm just going to keep rotating it around. The other way. What are you doing? Slipped off the knob. Like I did now. I really wish they had sticky keys or sticky buttons. You bounce off. She's not registering. Is it a full circle? Dang you. Turn. No, the other way. I see what's happening. We get to a certain point and it flips the other way around.
Now go back to the departure airport. Align with the runway and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than minus 400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
Already. turn off alt hold. Well, we really don't need it at all anymore. We do have to worry about the plane tipping over again on us, wanting to tip. And this is the test that they'll give you for every single plane so far. It's the same test. So up to 1,000 feet AGL. And then do a U-turn. And once you're at a U-turn, you have to hold altitude and do a full circle. Then you have to come down and do a touch and go and do it super slow. And then you land. Do a traffic pattern and land. Try to cross arm here. Do my. See if they will give you a touch and go thing. Normally the radios don't give you the option while testing.
Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra, traffic Kineas, 213 miles northwest, 5,100 feet inbound to land runway 14.
It's almost landing full landing flaps, it says. Fast. Now, if she's happy with that and I get back in the air, all we gotta do is...
Well done. You can now fly a traffic pattern and do your final landing.
All right.
Echo Charlie Sierra, traffic Kineas, 211 miles southeast, 4,000.
Oh, they're doing a right-handed entry?
Runway 14.
Okay. Don't get too excited and now start making any radical turns like I was just about to do there. A little high. Error. Hold on a second. I'm getting an error from YouTube. One moment. Not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Well, that's got to just be internet problems because everything's been fine for days and days and days and I haven't changed anything, and it's just got to be YouTube at this point. So I apologize for any sort of stream disruptions or lags or anything. It's not me at this point. I know it isn't. Could be my internet service provider, it could be anything, but it's not me. The only thing that it can do to try to force it to correct itself is to do a quick stop and a start. So it shouldn't take more than like 15 seconds. I just got to hit stop in OBS and then reselect and hit start. So cross your fingers. Four. It says we still have a bad connection, so I'm sorry, I don't know. It's got to be the internet provider or something, I don't know. There, now it says we have an excellent connection again. Just a little bit of power and she She responds. When you get the power, I just bumped the throttle up a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Really threw a lot of power at it. There's takeoff flaps. Pull back a tiny bit. There's landing flaps. Slowing down a little too much. Tells us we're too fast. We're gonna stall, man. Some rudder in there. Slow.
Well done. Now taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
I'm just taxi. Oh, now we have a poor connection again. I apologize for problems that YouTube's having today, or my internet service provider. I'm not really sure. Just got another error saying that there's a problem. All right. So put her mixture down, put her propeller down. I don't know if she's got a reverse. We could just do emergency cutoff, probably.
Congratulations. You passed your qualification. Have a nice day.
All right. Qualified with the Beaver now. That's three for the day so far. So the Grumman Goose, the Beaver here, and the DC-3. I doubt we got any stars on that, but we'll look. I can't tell. I just see them taking away my stars. Yeah. Yeah, we're qualified. I don't care. So yeah, I got the Grumman Goose, the Douglas DC-3. I haven't done the DA-62 or the Baron. And this is the Beechcraft King, right? TBM 90, 930. Beechcraft King Air. One moment. Phone call. Okay. So I wanted to, this is going to be an expensive test. $10,500 to do a test. In Rollins. We have to transfer to Rollins. And we're getting another error. YouTube is not receiving enough video. And it looks like it went blank screen. Huh. I'm going to do another emergency stop and start. Tells us we have an excellent connection again. How did that get switched to VBR though? Oh, it's because we're on HLS. All right, well, we'll move on. Let's try it. I haven't tried it. I don't even know how much it costs to rent one. Let's find out. How much does it cost to rent an A320? I think it was like 13 million. No, I was way off. Well, 103 million. 90, yeah, are you seeing that right? 98 million to rent it. I can rent it for I got 9. So maybe it's a bit premature because I couldn't even rent one. I don't even think I could take out a loan for that much. Yeah, you can. The highest is a $10 million loan. Well, that's a drag. That is a real drag. I suppose we could still try to just take the test anyway. But if you want to satisfy, if through the career mode you're tired of being locked into any particular plane, never forget you can always do freelance mode. Just pick any plane that you want. I haven't done one of these yet. I haven't, when I was in pre-testing with all this stuff, a lot of this stuff wasn't working right. So I've never done a parachute drop, but it says that we can do one with this plane for 3,609. And this is where we're at. But what, we have to fly over here to drop them off, parachutists. I haven't done one, and when I tried doing one, it didn't show anything. There was no animations or anything. I didn't see anybody jumping out, or I don't know. Firefighter? I can't imagine these are the right planes for it, though. It's definitely not, doesn't seem the right one for the banner tow. Oh, well, we'll try it. Let's see what it does. Climb to 10,000 feet and fly over the drop zone at 44, and there's no way to enter coordinates.
Hey, pilot. The Parachute Club needs our services
Oh,
again.
my lord. She just redlined the
Parachutists are boarding. Stand
what
by.
the hell? They're redlining the audio. I need to find NEOFLY in the audio volume mixer. If it's there. Yeah. You need to turn that way down. She blew my eardrums too.
Okay, everyone is on board. You are good to go.
I need to lower it down even more. Right around where Pretzel's at 23. All right, well, she says that they're loaded. So the required weight for the flight is 524 pounds. Oh yeah. There's 600 pounds. Let's put some more fuel in. I don't think we need fuel at all, but not much at all. I don't see any parachutists. That's the thing about this. They advertised this as this big career thing, and you could do all these cool missions, and again, maybe they will show some parachutists, but like on the emergency one, when you respond to it and you go over to it, it's just an area that's just filled with smoke. That's it. And you need to land within 1 mile of it, and then they say the doctor's on the way to the crash site or whatever, the emergency site. But there's no animations. There's nothing to it. I haven't seen any animations whatsoever. Search and rescue hasn't worked for me yet, but that was pre-release. That's still in the right position. That's still in the right position. All we did is do a cutoff. Mixture right back to there. Pull.
Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra traffic Kineas 21 taking off runway 14 north departure.
I'm trying to get my Sky for Sim NG loaded so that we have a map to follow, at least in the cockpit. And that should be coming up here in a moment. And let's see if it shows us where our job is at. Connect to Neofly. Not getting any. Your pilot is not aircraft assigned. Your pilot has not aircraft assigned. Oh, I may have made a mistake because I didn't, let me go back out to the main menu. I need to come back in. Because that was just a testing plane, and I think that after the tests, it removes the plane. So now we have to come out and come back in again. So that's why it doesn't see us assigned to the plane. That's my best guess. It doesn't see us as having the job anymore. And now with this plane, it's not giving us... Oh, there it does, parachutists. But it wants to send us to a different place. Let's see what it says now. Shooting me.
Hi, pilot. We have some nervous jumpers today. Try to keep them calm. Parachutists are boarding. Stand by.
Wow, look at all those
Okay,
those
everyone is on
parachutists
board.
back there.
You are good to go.
This one says only 122 pounds.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
All right, now let's see if we get our little map. Because we have it over here. It shows us where to go here, but those are coordinate. Son of a... There it goes. All right, we need to fly to here. I expect in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, they're talking about all these aerial activities and jobs and everything. I expect those are going to be the real deal. I mean, this has just been fun and a lark until 2024 comes out with real career stuff.
Climb to the requested altitude and fly to the drop zone.
In all of their jobs so far that they're showing, you know, fully animated firefighting or whatever you're doing. Take flaps out. And we need to be at 4,000 feet.
Denver Center Kineas 2-1 is type de Havilland 1 mile south of Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra 4,600 feet. Request flight following.
Kineas 2-1 Denver Center. Squawk 7166.
Squawk 7166 Kineas 2-1.
At 10,000 feet.
Kineas 2-1 radar contact 2 miles southwest of Kilo Echo Charlie Sierra 5,200 feet. Altimeter tree 0.1 tree.
Was 4.
Roger, Kineas 2-1.
14. Nope, it's supposed to be going to the west. Like 59. Or 173. 100. Still keep getting 14 too. Okay, so just cruise out for a little bit and hopefully the altitude right. It's a long way to fall. What the hell, we're stalling? Really? It's only 300 feet vertical speed. Alt hold. What? It's the mix, isn't it? We're getting crap RPM. Sure enough. So if you're just tuning in, we're supposed to go 10,000 feet AGL and go over to this point on the map there. And if I did my altitude right, we started off where we took off from at 4.1. And again, how do we know we're at 10,000 feet AGL from where the drop-off point is? So I don't know. We're gonna stall again. At 200 feet per minute? Really? You're killing me. Full power. Wrap RPM. That's feet per minute. off. She's not doing it. She's not climbing at all. Or if she is, she's just not. She doesn't have the guts for it. I don't understand. I don't understand. If you do, let me know. I don't have enough experience with this. They're saying you need to be at 10,000 feet AGL. Is that right now? We're over 10,000 feet, but AGL we started off at 4,100 AGL. Well, we start. The ground level is 4,100. I'm not real clear if we're supposed to be at 10,000 feet or 14.2. Because we're going to have a hell of a time getting to 14,000 feet. And we have a ways to go still, but yeah. She just doesn't want to go up with this power. Kind of nerve-wracking. Yeah, stall him again. Even at 100 feet per minute, she just doesn't got the guts. can't do it. I mean, she's still climbing a tiny bit, but so. It's like we're climbing steps.
You are at 3,000 feet from the requested altitude. It's time for them to make their final pre-jump checks.
Thousand feet below it still, because I can't make it. $2,000 feet from where we're supposed to be. I'll hold. Why is trim at 42%? Oh, to hold this altitude? Oh, this is maddening. Doesn't this thing have a turbocharger we can kick in? Anything? Dropping the mixture to try to get the engine burned a little hotter. That's kind of all I'm getting out of it. There, she's dropping off. Have to ease it back a little bit. Come on, baby. Give me some more power. No wonder the planes are always moving so slow up in the air when they're jumping out, because you can't. You're just struggling to climb. We're at the drop zone, but I'm spinning around it. And while we're spinning, we can't climb. Well, just go back out and try to come back in on it, I suppose. Really, no meters available. Really help if I knew which way the wind was blowing. She comes to stall again. Did we just run out of gas too? Just can't get the RPMs up here. Can't get that engine burn hot enough. And see if we get any better wind before we fall out of the sky. Not great, but we might get a little bit out of it. Turn this way a little bit, see if we get any better wind. Really. Turning south didn't really help. ha 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 ha. And there we flip. We lost control. Huh. You got me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get that kind of altitude with this bird, and we just warped her. Listen to the groaning. Well, we've had some successes today, and we've had some pretty spectacular failures. Like bolts flying off. I'm gonna put down and smoke a cigarette and think about calling you today. I don't care about you parachutists in the back anymore. The hell did you just put me through? Can you jump any lower than that? People are nuts. Oh my goodness. Go with it. We're gonna hit the trees. Yeah, in that case, if I would have fought the rotation, put us in the trees. Well, I think yours truly has had it today. So some wins today and some losses today. Qualified with the Grum and Goose, the DC-3, and the de Havilland Beaver. But no luck trying to figure out this parachute thing. Trying to get to 10,000 feet. It doesn't just say go to 10,000 feet. It says go to 10,000 feet AGL. But where we start off from, or 4,100 feet. I don't know. All I know is that she just doesn't have the guts to do it. Not at all. Even messing with the, if we wouldn't have messed with the mixture at all, we wouldn't have got any more horsepower. We would have been falling to begin with. That used up a ton of fuel, and we did run out of fuel there. I did a godlike maneuver, the auto refuel, but then you can't set your fuel. You can't set your fuel. So then, in trying to keep us airborne and doing the magic refuel, I just filled the tanks up. So then now we're too heavy. So that was partially my bad. The only thing I can think to do is when we started, I put in way more fuel than we probably needed, but we still ran out. But that might be it. Because we struggled that last bit, and that probably just ate up all the fuel right there. What time is it? 1:30. I kind of want to test that now, whether we do the parachute thing or not. Whether it gives us any credit or not, I really don't know that I care. But they only wanted 122 pounds, and I thought I was being all cavalier. Well, I can carry a little bit more. Let's take a good look at this. They only wanted 122 pounds. You can't type it in. You have to use the dang slider. Go. That's kind of the best I can get it. I can't get it. There's no. And then dang, if that's where it was at last time. But we're going to be decreasing it, you know, big time as we go up. But we'll need a lot. We need enough to glide to WY09. Thing is to just try to get us there as fast as possible. Let me double check the parameters here. What? Don't see our job anymore. What's this thing say? Well, that's not right. Now it's blown out the job. So I don't have an accurate reading now. Everything's just been a cosmic error today. Here's one. That's not where we're at. Why do you see us over there? 7WY. I'm not seeing anything on the YouTube. Is it? I pray it's not been a blank screen this whole time. What are you doing to me, YouTube?
There's nothing more powerful than you, making your thing happen.
Okay, so that was just a glitch on their end. That away for a minute. At the oh, you guys, give me the. They're like, you sucked at that. We're not even going to give you a chance to do another parachute job. Well, it shows one there. Oh, you guys. Let's try freelance from here. Nope. That music summed up how our day's been going. That strange wobble at the end. All right, well, I'll have to try it again some other time, maybe tomorrow. We'll see where we get. Well, as far as just the testing is concerned, we got one on the live stream, but two prior to that. So we'll just chalk it up as a partial win. But really, 3 of them qualified today. The Beaver, the DC3, and that other one. The Grumman Goose. The DC3 is a trip, man. They're all a trip. All these older planes. The Goose is really pretty from the outside. I gotta say that. I still feel like today's, for whatever reason, it's been a total failure. It's not right. It's not right, Wyatt. So if I'm able to do one successfully between tomorrow and today, now and tomorrow, I will report. So when trying to shut down a show, if you're using OBS and you're using the automatic scene switcher, remember to go up and turn it off. And that way, when you set it to your thanks for watching, stream has ended page, if you then click anywhere, you know, it won't immediately go back, you know, it'll stop auto scene switching back to your whatever. The music's got about 30 seconds or so left. I would like to end with a little bit of black screen, and that way, you know, when the end credits come up or the options for you to come up, it's really hard reading. Or it's really hard to read them when they're on a background that isn't black.